But if they're playing 8-man against the run, that's the key.
The Otters are introducing their seniors tonight in their final regular season home game, acknowledging the senior members of this squad. We will give you the starting offensive unit for the Otters tonight, and here's the way they will line up. They have 215-pound senior, number 56, Paul Cava at center. The guards are number 58, 240-pound senior Ryan Field, and number 68, 255-pound senior Matt Lehman. The tackles at the left tackle spot, number 78, Brett Kelman, 265-pound senior, and at the right tackle, number 76, 250-pound senior Matthew Ewell. The tight ends tonight, number 87, Brent Ness, 187-pound senior, and number 12, Ben Brimhall, 140-pound junior, starting in place of Peter Draxton, who is out with a knee injury. He and Grant Johnson, the two starters who are missing tonight from that starting lineup because of knee injuries. The quarterback is number 15, 165-pound senior Aaron Olson. The running backs are Ben Shaw, number 20, a 163-pound senior at tailback, and number 47 at fullback, Nick Dufty, a 200-pound senior. And the flanker is number 18, 170-pound junior Tim Erickson. Well, Jeff, there's no doubt that the Otters are going to miss Peter Draxton out there, who's done a great job blocking at that tight end spot, along with Grant Johnson. Both of those guys have played a lot of football. Grant playing both ways, offensively and defensively as a junior, making some great strides throughout the year. But, you know, you get to this point of the season, and you're hoping that you've developed some depth, and I think the Otters, out of necessity in some cases, have had to do that.
Well, even with the numbers that the Otters have, Craig, it's tough to lose starting guys, and it just hurts a team no matter what happens. When you lose guys like that, it hurts a football team. Again, we're going to see the depth of the Otters. One other side note, if it means anything, a couple of the Thief River Falls coaches are here with former Otter coach Don Stuvey. Obviously, the Prowlers a bit concerned about the Otters tonight. Otters played well when they were up there, and it could be a Prowler Otter game back here in just a couple of days. But again, I don't know if that means anything, just to bring it up.
Yeah, the price you pay sometimes, you know, to do your job, huh? Here we go. Bemidji will kick things off with the Otters awaiting the opening kickoff with Arneson in the middle, Clint Bothwell on the right side, and on the left side it's Erickson. And the ball is off Dufty, one of the short people in the formation, and then picked up and returned by Arneson up over the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
The kickoff came in between the up people and the back people, and Dufty did try to go back and get a piece of it, and he ended up dropping it, and Arneson, of course, who's the deep back, picked it up and got the Otters decent field position on their own 32.
And that Otter offense has been a potent offense. They've been able to move the ball up and down the field quickly, and they've been able to move the ball up and down the field with some time-consuming drives as well. They want to establish some running offense tonight along with their quick passes. And there's a nice slant into Erickson on first down, and Tim will get close to first down yardage. He may be about a yard shy, and that's a great way to start.
Well, it's a typical Coach Lenk call. He likes that pass, and I'm surprised he didn't go with the long one. He was pretty conservative on that first slant end.
If you remember, guys, back a couple of games against St. Paul Johnson, it was the same play, first real play from scrimmage that netted the Otters 6 points. So obviously a play that Coach Lenk likes to go to.
Second down and a yard. The backs are split, and this time Arneson is wide to the near side. Handoff goes to Shaw, trying to pick his way through the hole on the left side, and I think he got enough for the first down out to about the 43-yard line. But that's going to be one of the big challenges tonight, that offensive line trying to move the big defensive lineman back.
Well, the Lumberjacks, as you mentioned, they come with a 5-man front, which means you have the two ends, two defensive tackle, and a nose up over the center. And then it looks like they have like 3 linebackers sitting behind them. I would guess that they would probably call it a 5-2 with bringing up a strong safety as a third linebacker.
And the Otters felt that they could exploit that defensive set with their passing game. We'll see. Here's Aaron Olson to throw on first down under some pressure. Rolls away from it. He tucks the ball under the arm, gets to the 45, and a nice open field tackle out at the 46-yard 46-yard line, but we do have a penalty flag on the field. That was a nice job by Matt Murray, the linebacker.
Murray showed some great speed once he made the read, because it was an excellent dive fake, and they were looking to go deep on a little dump pass, but Aaron had to scramble to get to the outside, but the linebacker closed down on him quickly.
They're going to have a penalty on Bemidji. Might have been some holding in the defensive secondary on the receiver. We'll see what that's what the indication is, some defensive holding. So the Otters benefit there.
Yeah, that's a great break for the Otters.
Well, those are the kind of breaks, guys, the Otters will have to get to win this football game. It's going to be two good teams, as we said, going at it. But again, a football game is usually won by breaks and turnovers. And so far, breaks, well, Otters won, Bemidji nothing.
And it is an Otter first down into Lumberjack territory on the Bemidji 47-yard line. Otters will send a receiver wide to the left. Here's that triple I formation with Shaw, the deep back, Bothwell ahead of him, and Dufty the first man. And now Olson's going to keep the football as he turns to his left and gets maybe a yard to the 46-yard line. Design play or not?
I think it was a design play. The problem was when Aaron decided to cut upfield, he lost his footing. And if he can plant and get up there, he probably picks up another 2 to 3 yards. But rather than risk the pitch, Aaron decided that he'd tuck it in and cut upfield.
10-10 left in the opening quarter. We are scoreless. The Otters have the first possession of the ball game. They have moved it into Bemidji territory on the Lumberjack 46-yard line. And again, they'll show that triple I formation. They've had some success out of this formation. They've used it now. This is, I think, the third straight game that we've seen this. And it is the deep back in the triple I, Shaw, and he was tripped up as he crossed the 45 and falls forward to the 41-yard line. And once again, it was Murray, the linebacker, who made that tackle. We have a penalty flag down on the field.
If Murray misses that tackle, it's a foot race, because in that particular play, Bemidji had 11 people within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and if you break that first wave, then it becomes a foot race.
We got a personal foul against Bemidji here. Another first down for the Otters, and they are moving the football with some help from the Lumberjacks.
I think you had number 14, Destin Nelman, that came in late on the hit. After we were on the ground, he came in and got on the pile too late.
Well, down to the 27-yard line. And it is a first down at the Bemidji 27 for the Otters, and they come out again in the triple I with 9:20 to go in the opening quarter. Here's a pitch out to Shaw. Shaw trying to turn the corner. He makes a nice spin move to avoid the tackle and gets to the 20-yard line. A nice bit of running by Ben.
Yes, it was. It went all the way down, and Aaron Olson, of course, challenged that defensive end, and when he committed, then he made that nice pitch to Shaw, and he got out on the corner and then took his first guy on contact, spun out of that, and picks up a nice 7 yards on first down.
So it will be second down and about 3 to go for the first. Under 9 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Shaw has carried 3 times and has 14 yards. Out of that triple I formation, Brendan Gees wide to the right side. It's Dufty, the fullback, carrying the football on first down, and he will be stacked up on the left side, or on second down, I should say, and he will be short of the first down by, I think, about a yard.
That's a good call. You're looking at third or second down and 3 to go, and Dufty is a power-type football player, and you do 2 things. Number 1, you give yourself a chance to pick up the first down, and number 2, you make the defense honor your first eye back. And now when you start faking to that first eye back, they're going to have to tackle him.
Eagle Eye says shy by the length of a half of football right now, Craig.
I saw you giving it the eye down there. I thought you'd have a pretty good idea how much they needed, and the Otters are going to have a timeout here to talk over exactly what they want to do on this play. See, this is where I gamble. I love this. Third down and inches. Hey, go for the end zone, right?
That's right.
Why not? We got a timeout. Let's break for 30 here to discuss the play on third down and inches. And I still like to gamble in this situation because you're in 4-down territory anyway. If you can't get 3 inches on the third down, on fourth down, you know why? I don't know. I'd just go for a big one here. Bemidji, you know, is going to be bunching up watching the run. Then Brimhall wide to the near side. And it's going to be Aaron Olson on the keeper, and Aaron didn't get it.
No, he didn't get it. He was driven backward. He couldn't get a fumble.
Yep, the ball came loose. He must have just dropped the snap and tried to fall on it.
Yeah, it was a poor exchange. The worst case scenario happened.
Yep.
The center and the quarterback did not connect, and rather than get an opportunity to do something, they self-destruct.
So they're back. They are split behind Fogelson, the quarterback, and we've got a penalty flag thrown immediately here on the first play from scrimmage. Maybe a motion call here.
I think they're going to get the quarterback for the head bob. Well, apparently we have a penalty going on Bemidji. And we'll move the ball back 5 yards.
What does that signal?
I don't. He put the hand behind his head. What is that one, Raj?
Come on, Raj.
Come on.
Pressure's on. Two hands back. There's a loss of down.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Maybe that's the signal, the universal signal for the head bob.
I've got illegal equipment for some reason. I don't know what the deal was.
Someone did have a mouth guard in, maybe.
Probably.
Yep.
First down and 15 on the 14-yard line. Two receivers wide to the near side. Fogelson is rolling to this side, and he's going to run the football. Oh, and he's hit hard by Reba, who comes up to smack him down at the 16-yard line. He had a great angle.
Yes, he did. He did a great job of reading and kept his angle. What the key to that is they kept Bemidji going laterally. They stretched it out, and that allows Reba to get up in there and get a shot at that quarterback.
7:40 remaining in the opening quarter. Bemidji with their first possession of the night. It's second down and 13. Acosta and Culligan, the running backs, and Fogelson gives it off to Culligan. The ball is loose, and Bemidji is on it at the 21-yard line. Boy, that popped out of there. I'm not sure who delivered the hit that knocked it loose.
It certainly did. He had about a 5-yard gain on it, and then when he got tackled, it really popped out, but Bemidji was very alert. They lost a couple of yards on it, but right now they could care less. They're happy to keep the football.
Third down at 8, and the Otters have come out hitting the first couple of plays here on defense, as I guess we expect them to. Justin Holmgren wide to the near side. Backs are split on third down at 8. Fogelson against that 4-4 defensive look. Rolls right, throws deep up the sideline. Erickson is there, and Erickson's got the pick at the 46-yard line of the Lumberjacks.
Tried to roll to his right, a little play action, not a great fake, but he rolls to his right, and Fogelson underthrows the football. Erickson knew where the football is and worrying about where the receiver was, and he went up in a battle of jumping and came up with the interception.
Once again, did somebody yell pull down here? I mean, are we shooting skeet tonight? That was a dead duck thrown in the air, and Erickson had great position on the inside. Otters going the other way now.
You don't want to make mistakes throwing the football against these defensive backs. They react well. They know the game well. They've got good speed to recover with. And now Olsen with a pump fake wants to go deep. Well, good coverage on Arneson. Aaron's got a roll. Now Arneson comes back on the pattern and makes the catch. And what a really heady play by Justin Arneson.
Yes, it was. He was going full bull. And I tell you what, Bemidji's done a nice job of scouting him because they were putting their free safety on him also on the fly pattern. And once Aaron tried to scramble, then Arnie came back to the football, and Aaron found him.
And Aaron had some good time back there, really. He had to scramble, but not running for his life. The pocket was starting to break down, as it will after a few seconds, and Aaron did it very well. 32-yard line of Bemidji is where the ball is spotted. Tim Erickson wide left now, and the backs are split behind Aaron Olsen. Dufty to his left, Shaw to his right. The fake to Dufty. They come back with Shaw on the counter. Big hole. First down, 20, 15, 10, and all the way to the 6.
Oh, what a beautiful piece of blocking by that offensive line. That left side had a hole that you could drive a truck through. The Otters come with a little crossbuck action. They fake to their left halfback, going to the right side, and then hand off to Shaw, who's the right halfback, and he comes up over between the left tight end and the left tackle, and he found himself a lane.
26 yards down to the 6, first down and goal. Arneson wide left. Again, split backs, 5:55 to go opening quarter. Olsen takes a snap, gives it off to Dufty, trying to come wide, and he is going to be hit and dropped after a gain of a yard. Tackled by Eddie Acosta.
Acosta being a defensive back on the corner out here, and Dufty, of course, is a smash mouth type football player, and he tried to run over Acosta, and Acosta came up with a good arm wrap and brought him down.
You know, Craig, you weren't kidding when you said about the big hitting down here. These teams are really going at one another. Arneson got popped, Dufty got hit really hard there, and the Otters are dishing it out too in the offensive line. It's a lot of hitting going on down here.
Second down and goal from the 4-yard line. They come out in the I this time. Shaw will follow Dufty, and he'll be wrapped up, but he's down very close to the goal line, about a yard away.
Came with a little tailback blast. They tried to run up over their center Cava and their right guard. Dufty, of course, meeting the fullback, leading it up, and there was a opening right at the line of scrimmage, but Bemidji closed it down very quickly.
Ball at the 1-yard line. It'll be third down and goal. 4:45 to play, first quarter. Shaw already with 43 yards on 5 carries. Of course, that 26-yard gain, the big carry so far tonight. Split backs now. And straight ahead they go to Shaw, and Shaw falls forward into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, great job of blocking. Matt Lehman, number 68, is who they ran over, and he had the job of blocking a 300-pound lineman. And he was able to get at his legs, and Shaw was able to go over the top.
Side note about Matt Lehman, he's got his John Randall face on tonight with that makeup like John Randall has. Now, Randall's on defense, but Lehman plays both sides, so I think it's working for him.
Olsen will hold, Luke Draxton will kick, and as usual, Luke is good. 4:31 to go, first quarter. The score on the Otter Tail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard. The Otters 7, the Lumberjacks nothing. The interception by Erickson, and they wind up a touchdown on 5 plays, 46 yards after the interception. Shaw with a 1-yard run. Ben had the big run on that possession also with a 26-yard gain that got him down to the 6-yard line. And now the kickoff will come with Aaron Olsen doing the kicking. Acosta and Culligan are back deep. They will see the field a lot, offensively, defensively, and the special teams play. Here's Aaron Olsen with a line drive kick, fielded by Culligan at the 10, takes it up over the 20 to the 25, 30-yard line, and down he goes there at the 32-yard line.
Paul Cava, once again, who had a great game at Thief River, was in on the tackle. He's got a solo tackle, as they call it. Good job by the special teams.
4:25 to go, first quarter. Otters leading 7-0 as Bemidji sends Justin Holmgren out wide to the right side. They split Acosta and Culligan behind Fogelson. Otters in that 4-4 defense. Culligan off the right side, and he hammers his way out to about the 38 or 39-yard line. And Cava was there on the tackle along with Reba.
Little dive play right up over that right side. It's very similar to what Detroit Lakes runs when they run that veer offense. And you can tell that the Lumberjacks have very quick backs. They get up into the hole very quickly.
Well, again, they're both over 7 yards a carry, and that was an 8-yard gain for Culligan. And on second down and 2, they'll run the option to the left and pitch it back this time, and Acosta takes the pitch, and he'll get the first down. He was able to slip off the tackle of Brent Ness, but Brent slowed him down enough that the pursuit got there and was able to finish him off, but he did get the first down.
The key is that your defensive ends have to be assigned to the quarterback and make him pitch immediately. And then you have a chance to get your flow coming down to pick up the pitch back. And the Otters did a pretty nice job with the lead option.
3-yard gain on that carry for Eddie Acosta, his first time that he's touched the football tonight. Ball at the 42-yard line. Lumberjacks bring it up, first down and 10. Culligan to the right, Acosta to the left. Now Acosta slices off to the right after getting the handoff, and he fights his way into Otter territory all the way to the 48-yard line.
The Otters are sitting in their 4-4 defense, and Bemidji counters that with a slant play to their left halfback, Acosta. He actually ran over the center and the right guard where you've got a stack, but that had been blocked very well, and Acosta got into the defensive secondary.
That's a 9-yard gain on that carry. Second down and 1. Lumberjacks on the Otter 48-yard line. Fogelson giving it off to Culligan, and Culligan will take it off the right side, and he will get first down yardage ahead to the 46.
They went back to try to set up the veer, and going off on a dive off that right side, and they run into Matt Lehman and Kildee on that left side. Now it's going to be first and 10 from the 47.
Now they spot the knee down at the 47-yard line, so Bemidji with a fresh set of downs, and a handoff again to Acosta, and Dufty will wrestle him to the ground at the 41-yard line, but he gets a quick 6 on that carry.
This time Acosta running from the right halfback ran that slant. Last time he ran it from the left halfback, but they run that slant up over the center and the left guard and do a nice job of blocking. And Dufty's the only one that is not blocked, and he's the outside linebacker, and he came up with the tackle.
2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the opening quarter. Otters lead at 7-0 on the Otter Tail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard. Acosta comes in motion. We have a penalty flag thrown. He may have cut before the snap, may have cut upfield, out of the backfield, out of motion, and I think that's what we're going to get here.
Lumberjacks have certainly helped the Otters in terms of penalties. They had, this is their fourth?
Fourth penalty for 35 yards. Otters rarely have 4 penalties in a game. 2:03 remaining here in the first quarter. And it will be second down and 9 now as they lose 5 of the 6 yards that Acosta had gained on first down because of that penalty. The Lumberjacks will send senior Ryan Welly out wide to the left side. Fogelson will hand it off, and it's Culligan wrapped up by Cava, tackled at about the 42.
This offense is patterned off of the veer offense, which is, of course, what Detroit Lakes runs, and Bemidji does a very nice job with this offense.
Minute and a half remaining in the opening quarter. It's third down, and about 5 to go for the first. Bemidji sends Justin Holmgren wide right. Culligan and Acosta split backs behind Fogelson against the 4-4 defense. And here's Fogelson rolling to the right side. He tucks the ball. He'll get good yardage. He'll pick up the first down at the 35.
Came with the lead option. Fogelson reverse pivoting, going down his right side, and he did not even look to pitch. He found himself an alley, and he tucked that thing in and turns it upfield to pick up that first down.
And Matt Lehman was trying desperately to catch up to him from behind, but couldn't chase him down. 7-yard gain, first down at the Otter 35-yard line. 2 receivers wide to the near side. They'll go with just the one setback, Culligan, in this situation. 2 receivers wide right also. They really spread it out on first down. And the handoff to Culligan. The Otters are right there as they drive him back. And a great job up front by Reba, the linebacker, as he was keen on Culligan, and he lost a yard.
Oh, good job by the defense. In that 4-4, what they did is they ran a little stunt off of that, and sometimes you take your lineman and you slant them in, and then sometimes you slant them out. That time, Reba came on the inside stunt and hit the running back right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 11 from the 36-yard line. Now Fogelson rolling, throwing on the run, and his receiver had slipped as he made his run over the middle on the slant pattern, Ryan Welly, and it will be an incomplete pass and will bring up third down.
That's a tough one to read because Fogelson comes out looking like he's going to run the lead option, and then instead of looking for his pitchback, he's looking to pass the thing. Now, it's a difficult play because he's right-handed and he's going to his left. He has to throw across his body. But, boy, is that a tough one to read.
Well, guys, as it gets colder down on the field, again, it's going to get more and more slippery, and things could get really interesting at that point.
Third down and 11 here for the Lumberjacks. They are on the Otter 36, and now Fogelson will take a straight drop back. He's under some pressure. He runs out of the pocket, and he's going to go down at the 31-yard line. Good reaction, good recovery in the offensive backfield as the Otters got a good play out of Brent Ness, or Ryan Kildee, rather, on that play.
Yeah, Ryan Kildee from his defensive end spot was on the pass rush, and Fogelson found an alley, and Kildee was able to control himself and close down on Fogelson, and now they're forcing a fourth down play.
And that fourth down play will come in the second quarter because the first quarter is over here at the Fergus Falls football field, and our score on the Otter Tail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard favors the Otters 7-0 over the Lumberjacks.
Plus on quality checked used vehicles. From luxury to economy, lease or buy, you'll save at Quality Toyota, your best price store in Fergus Falls. Quality Toyota.
Well, the Otters scored the first touchdown of the night with 4:31 to go in the first quarter on a 1-yard run by Ben Shaw. 5 plays, 46 yards after Tim Erickson's interception. This snap coming up for Bemidji to start the second quarter is their 11th on this possession. Started with 4:25 to go in the first quarter. They're at the Otter 30, and on 4th down, they throw it deep up the sidelines. The man is open, and he's got the ball in stride for the touchdown.
Went to a straight fly pattern, and they went to the long count, hoping that the Otters would jump off sides, but in Lumberjacks' favor, they ended up throwing the bomb, and Chad Hoppinen got beat on the defensive end by about 5 yards.
Chris Fairchild on the 30-yard pass play. And now the Lumberjacks will try for the point after to tie this game. Beautiful pass by Fogelson. And now the Bemidji Lumberjacks for the tie, and the extra point kick is wide to the right side as it was pushed off to the right by Ryan Ricard, and the Otters will maintain the lead with 11:57 to go in the first half. The score on the Otter Tail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard, the Otters 7, the Lumberjacks 6. We're back, and we're going to go down to Jeff Swedberg here during the action when we get a moment to talk with some of the injured Otters. With Pete Draxton down there, who's out with a knee injury. We've also got Grant Johnson, who's out with a knee injury, and those guys are in street clothes tonight, and that's got to be one of the toughest things. You know, you're a starter all year, and here you are getting into playoffs, and you're hurt. Kickoff fielded at the 10-yard line and returned all the way to the 29. A couple of short kicks by the Bemidji kicker, and that one was returned by Clint Bothwell out to the 29-yard line.
Bothwell, being the deep receiver on the right side, he caught it between the hash mark and the out-of-bounds line and went straight upfield with it. And anytime you can get to the 30-yard line, you have to consider it to be a good performance by your special teams.
Well, the Otters had a very good scoring drive of 5 plays, 46 yards. Lumberjacks 11 plays, 68 yards, and the touchdown pass to Chris Fairchild covering 30 yards on their first completion of the night. The ball is loose as Aaron Olson tried to pitch it out, and he was hit immediately. It was good penetration by Bemidji defensively, but the Otters do fall on top of it. Shaw covers it back at the 22-yard line.
That's how you defend the option right there. Jeff Anderson, their defensive end on the right side. Aaron Olson reverse pivoted from his quarterback position. It came down that way, and Jeff Anderson was right there. I mean, didn't even give him time to pitch.
2nd down, 17. That was a huge play by that Bemidji defense on 1st down. Tim Erickson wide to the near side. Split backs with Dufty and Shaw behind Aaron Olson. Erickson is the only man out on the pattern. He pump fakes, and now the throw upfield. The defense is there, and Erickson actually went up and kind of batted that one away from Eric Scott. And he was coming over to help from that free safety spot, and Bemidji's done a nice job in the secondary.
Yes, they have. That particular pattern takes some time to develop, and Aaron Olson was under a lot of pressure in trying to get that off and did not throw a very good spiral to it. And anytime you get that little wobble to it, it's going to take longer to get there. And the ball was a little bit underthrown, and Tim Erickson, being a good football player, thought, hey, if I can't catch it, they're not going to catch it, so he knocked it to the ground.
Say, guys, I don't know if you see this, but there is a fog coming over this football field. It could be Fog Bowl 1998 tonight.
Great. I have trouble enough seeing the numbers, you know. Here's Aaron Olson throwing for Arneson. Oh, it was almost intercepted. That was in and out of the hands of Dustin Neiman.
Well, this brings that punting situation. Now you need to have that good snap, and Justin Arneson needs to get off a good kick because the momentum right now has swung to the Lumberjacks.
So a lot of times, Roger, I think you can point to the Otters, too, in these situations. When you have a long road trip, it takes you a while to get the feel of things and get your legs. You hear that phrase all the time, and Bemidji may be getting their legs.
Very possible.
Here's Arneson to punt now. And there's a big rush, and Arneson is going to run the football. He's got good speed, but he's got a lot of room to cover, and he will not cover it all. It's out to the 36-yard line, and if he tucked that ball and ran because of the pressure he was getting.
Oh, he had no chance. Absolutely no chance at all of getting that off. Number 18 came on a stunt, and nobody blocked him. The only thing that you could do is you can fake that and let the guy run by you and then try to get the punt off, but it really messes up your rhythm of trying to punt the football.
Well, Bemidji will start on the Otter 36-yard line. Oh, Arneson did a nice job. He picked up 15 yards, but he needed more than that. He needed about 19 after that loss. So here's Bemidji on first down from Otter territory. They're going back to that same pattern that got him the touchdown, and Hoppinen goes up and knocks it away.
Good job by Chad Hoppinen. He got beat one time, and he says, hey, not again. He had the fly pattern on, and he had a very nice throwing ball by Fogelson, but Chad Hoppinen goes down and knocks it out of the receiver's hand.
So it will be second down and 10 for Bemidji on the Otter 36-yard line. 10 minutes, 47 seconds to play in the opening half. Otters lead it 7-6 on the Ottertail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard. Here's the handoff to Culligan off the left side. He was tripped up. He falls forward to about the 30-yard line, and Dufty, as he was being blocked down to the ground, was able to reach up and grab the ankle and trip the ball carrier.
That's called a trip. That's not what you call a real good hit. But at this point, a trip will do the job. The Otters continue to stay in that 4-4 defense, and Bemidji's made some adjustments now. They're putting their backs and running it to their different locations. So let's see how the Otters adjust.
Third down and 4. Culligan again. Same spot. He's wrapped up and pushed back. There's a great double-team tackle there by Dufty and Cava.
Two linebackers on the inside.
To the ball. See what they do on fourth down and short. Maybe a play action. Straight drop back. Fogelson wants to throw. He's hit from behind, but he releases the pass. He has his man open up the sidelines. It will be a first down all the way to the 10-yard line, as it was caught by his tight end, Matt Noner.
He just was so fortunate to get that off because they had Dufty on a stunt, and there is a flag downfield.
I think it's a clip, guys. It might be coming back. I don't know, but he said the official that made the call went to the leg, and that would be a clip, wouldn't it?
Clip or blocking below the waist.
Well, let's see what they come up with here. 9:30 to go here in the first half, and Bemidji has really hurt themselves with 4 penalties already tonight. The Otters have not been penalized. Each team has a turnover. The Otters were able to capitalize on the interception by Erickson. Were not hurt by their fumble.
Well, the key thing here is where the flag was thrown is all the way over on the other side of the field from where the action was.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, it is a clip.
And Bemidji.
All right, I got it, guys. It is actually from the spot of where the ball was. They'll bring it back 15 yards. It was a 16-yard gain. It will be first down Bemidji.
That's not bad, I guess, if you can do that, get away with the clip and get a first down.
Nope, that's right. But fortunately for the Otters, the clip was there because it gives them some more breathing room rather than be down in on the 10-yard line. Now you're on the 26-yard line.
Makes a difference. Lumberjacks now have a little more ground to cover because of that clip. First down and 10 on the 26. They'll run that option, the handoff to the first back, and he will go nowhere in a hurry. As the Otters stack him up, Kildee was in on that play. Reba was in on that play. Karst was up there. That was just a good read all the way around.
Yes, it was. And the play was made by Matt Lehman. He had penetration. He's the guy that really created a hole. He didn't come up with the tackle, but he was what allowed his teammates to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage.
I love it when you're with me. You can see those things that I don't see. I love that. There was a reason, a main reason. It was Lehman. He's played well the last few weeks especially.
He really has.
Second down and 9. They give it off to Acosta. He is tackled. Boy, I thought he was going to break off of that tackle, but I give credit there to Reba for holding on, and he got to the 19.
Reba, being one of the inside linebackers, had a job on his hands, and they just ran a quick slant right up over the center where the Otters have no defensive men. It's a gap in the line, and they took advantage of it. The gaps are going to be over the tackles on offense and over the center.
Third down and 3 for Bemidji. 8 minutes, 10 seconds to play first half. They trail 7-6, but they are moving the ball. Fogelson fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Reba wraps him up, and he's going to be close to a first down yardage. And did the ball come out of there? Aaron Olson was pointing like it did.
It did, and the Otter came up with it, but they might just say he was down.
No, they blew it dead before the recovery, evidently.
Shy by 1.5 yards for the first down.
The Lumberjacks brought in number 71 as a fullback. He weighs only 300 pounds. And Fogelson followed him up through the hole. He's still in there. Big number 71.
It's Joe Mayberry, the nose guard on defense. I have a feeling he won't touch the ball, but I might be wrong. Now Fogelson will follow him, and then the good play by Aaron Olson. As he hit Fogelson up high, he had some help in there on the tackle also. I don't know that he got it. That's going to be very close.
That's very close depending on the spot. They're spotting it right here at the 11-yard line, but boy, I tell you what, they're going to mark it right there, and that is going to be very close.
Aaron Olson's convinced it's the Otters' ball.
By maybe the nose of the football. That's about 2 inches, but it is going to be very close.
Aaron really did a nice job of reading. He's the free safety, and he kind of figured things out real quickly that with Mayberry in there that they were going to go right. And Fogelson did not follow Mayberry. He popped to the outside, and Aaron met him.
Now they stretch the sticks.
He's going to be short.
It's the Otters football.
Way to go, defense. Outstanding effort by that 4-4 Otter defense.
7:22 left first half, and the Otter defense comes up big as they stop Bemidji on downs. Lumberjacks trailing 7-6 to the Otters on the Ottertail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard.
Say one other note, the head official out here came over and kind of went, yeah, he just missed it by 6 inches. This was a couple of seconds before they measured. He says, I agree with you, but we still got to measure anyway.
Here's Olson with a back split behind him. Bothwell's in there with Shaw, and Shaw will hit the hole and go down after a very short gain. Boy, Bothwell had a hard time blocking off the left side there. He ran into Nick Crompton, the linebacker, and he just kind of shrugged him off and made the tackle.
Yeah, the Lumberjacks deep in their own territory here are gambling a little bit and doing some stunting of their own, and Clint Bothwell was welcomed to the game of football.
Yeah, that was a big hit by Crompton, 215-pound senior. So on 2nd down and 9, now the Otters will do the play-action fake. Olson rolling, throwing. He wants Dufty out of the backfield. It's broken up. Well, Dufty was there, and then you had Ben Brimhall trailing, who almost came up with that ball.
Yeah, well-designed play. I like it. They took Ness, who's the right tight end, and they put him on a fly pattern down and across the field. And then the guy that they faked to, Dufty, comes out of the pack, and he runs out into the flat and almost got himself open and threw the ball, and it was tipped up, and Dufty made a valiant second effort but came up short.
3rd down and 9 now from the 17. 6:40 to go, first half. Otters lead it by a point. They have 2 receivers to the right. Aaron Olson back, looking to throw up the sideline, and in completes the pass.
One time, the Otters they're on the left hash mark. Aaron Olson goes back to drop, and there's only 2 receivers who are out on that right sideline. And I'll tell you what, that takes quite an arm to get it over there and get it completed. So he overshot his receivers, and now it's punting time.
And the Otters need some good protection here on the punt. They don't want that rush that they got last time on Arneson. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to play, first half. Otters lead it 7-6. Arneson will boot it. He has time. Nice kick. Acosta at the 44, coming to the near sideline, gets the ball, now takes it forward over the 50, and he is hit by Erickson at the 47-yard line.
He was really, really well contained. First of all, you had Ness that was coming on the outside, and he forced him down the sideline. And then we had Ben Brimhall, who also assisted on the tackle. So good punt, good coverage.
47-yard line of the Otters.
I tell you what, on that punt play, Nick Duffy got pushed back, and he almost blocked that punt for Fergus Falls.
Don't want to do that. 6:26 left here in the first half as Bemidji comes out with split backs and receivers wide to both sides of the ball as Fogelson calls out the signals. Drops straight back to pass. He's going deep again. That's the touchdown route. The ball is caught on the far side of the field by Justin Holmgren at the 30 or 23-yard line.
Holmgren, who's a wide receiver, he just goes down, and they've kind of figured out that just throw it up there, and it doesn't have to be a perfect pass, and Holmgren is going to go up and catch the thing, which he did on that particular play. That was not a real pretty play, but successful.
Hoppinen on the play on the far side again, just he didn't look up in time. The ball was there, and when Hoppinen knew it was there, it was almost too late.
24-yard gain on that play down to the 23-yard line of the Otters with 6 minutes to play first half. Fogelson on first down, takes the snap, rolls left on the option, now cuts it back. The Otters have it well defensed again.
They certainly did. They tried to run the option into the short side of the field, and Fogelson comes down, and he's forced up inside and only picks up 1 yard.
Brent Ness, the defensive end, in on the stop. 2nd down and 9 from the 22. Clock down to the 5:30 mark in this second quarter. Otters scored the only first quarter touchdown. Bemidji has scored the only points of the second quarter. Off the right side, Culligan wrapped up by Ryan Kildee, but he picks up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Bemidji comes back with the dive play over that right side. Rather than running on the outside hip of that tackle, they're now running it directly over the tackle because the Otters do not have a defensive man on top of that tackle. The right offensive tackle is uncovered.
Ball on the 17-yard line, 3rd down and a little less than 5 yards to go for the first. Acosta to the left, Culligan to the right, the backs behind Fogelson. And on 3rd down, Fogelson will roll, and his back had fallen. Culligan, the trailing back on the option, had slipped, and that gave Duffy all the time he needed along with Ness to bury Fogelson for a loss.
It certainly did. Great job by Brent Ness. He's the guy assigned to take the quarterback, and Duffy saw that his pitchback had slipped, so he joined in with Brent Ness on the tackle.
And it's now 4th down and 10. 5-yard loss on that play. Back to the original line of scrimmage at 23 with 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go, first half. And Bemidji in 4-down territory here at the Otter 23-yard line, but now with a 4th down and 10, the Otters need some pressure on the quarterback. Fogelson takes a snap. Bemidji was too quick off the ball. They've got another penalty coming up.
They went to a real long snap again, count, and trying to draw the Otters offside, and what it did, it messed their timing up.
That's a long time to remain set there, isn't it? It's going to be 4th down and 15 now from the 30 or 28-yard line. 4 minutes, 5 seconds to go, first half. Otters up 7-6.
The Otters will come with another defensive back. That's called their nickel package. So they're going to rush with 5 and put another defensive back in there.
Holmgren comes wide to the right side. Backs are split. And on 4th and 15, Fogelson fakes the handoff, turns, slips, and his knee apparently didn't touch initially, but boy, the Otters were able to swarm all over him after he tried to get up with it.
Once again, the defense rises to the occasion, come up and stop the Jacks short of penetrating that defense. They've had 2 opportunities here where they are knocking on the door and came up with 0 points on the board.
Say, guys, while we have a change of possession, Pete, you got a second? How's the knee doing? Pete Draxton, one of the starters of the Otters, out tonight. How's it doing? A little, still pretty sore. How do you think your guys are doing out there so far? Got the lead heading into half. Good, really good. I bet you wish you could be out there. Yeah. All right, thanks, Pete. Pete Draxton out for a little while, but hopefully back in time for playoffs. Maybe, maybe not.
All right, Jeff, 3:42 to go here in the first half. Olsen fakes to 2 backs. He's got wide open on the sideline, breaks a tackle over the 45 to the 46-yard line, and some great execution by Aaron Olsen with the ball.
Is that nifty or is that nifty? What they did is they faked the counter and Bemidji had the bite big time. Aaron Olson, he pauses a little bit, puts the ball on his hip, and he had to see him up that right sideline. He had one guy to beat, and he had been touchdown.
15-yard gain for Aaron Olson. Otters have it on their own 46-yard line. First down and 10, 3:25 left in the half, leading by a point. They go to the double wing formation. Duffy, the man right behind Aaron Olson, he gets the ball, and he's wrestled to the ground after a gain of a couple of yards. And it will bring up second down at 8. Tackle made by Sean Ross, the 190-pound senior linebacker for Bemidji. He is coming back off an injury, so he hasn't played for a few weeks, but Bemidji is glad to have him back as they head into the postseason.
Look for the Otters to probably, with 3 minutes to go here, start using the timing routes.
Otters have used one of their 3 timeouts also, so keep that in mind. They just have the 2 timeouts remaining. They go to the double wing on second down and 7, and they'll draw the Lumberjacks offside. I don't think we had any motion on that offensive line, or did we?
From here, it looked like it was 94 in the white jersey.
If this was the pros, it would be simulating the start of a snap, and it would go against the defense.
Here we go. 5 yards against Bemidji. 6 penalties against the Lumberjacks here in the opening half for 60 yards, and the Otters have not been penalized yet. It's second down and a long 2. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half, and now the officials stop the clock. Phil Link is, what's he saying down there, Sweds? Can you hear him?
I can't believe I can't, but I can.
I can almost hear him up here.
I was listening to you.
Oh, okay. Well, Link was drawing their attention to something, probably a spot of the ball after marking off the penalty yardage. I think that was his concern. He seems to be okay with things now. Second down and 2. Aaron Olson play action fake. They're letting the rush come, setting up the screen. It is well covered, and it's just out of the reach of Tim Erickson on the near side. You got to give good credit there, though, to Nick Crompton, the linebacker, who had Erickson well covered, and Aaron was doing one of 2 things. Definitely trying to overthrow Erickson a bit, but he also had to know that Tim might be able to get to that ball.
Yeah, exactly. Great read by Crompton. He went right with Erickson on the screen pass, and then, of course, Olson saw that, and he tried to throw over the top of the linebacker.
Aaron has incompleted 5 consecutive passes after starting the night with 2 straight completions. Arneson wide to the near side on third down and 2. Olson will fake the handoff to the first back, give it to the second back, and he'll take it inside the 45, close to the 44-yard line, but not enough for the first down. I think Shaw was stopped about a half-yard shy.
The yards are coming hard for that Otter offense. They're earning every single yard that they get. Bemidji is a very fine defensive team.
Execution did not look as smooth on that play as we've seen either.
No, it did. The reason is that Bemidji got some penetration. Their lineman gets into the backfield, and that really messes things up for those backs.
Otters want to see how much they really need for this first down, so they're bringing the sticks out. And they stretch them, and boy, that's mighty close. They may have gotten it. No, they're very close. It's going to be fourth down and about an inch. They had to take a long look at that one.
They certainly did. Almost had to get the magnifying glass out.
Just short of the 44-yard line. We have 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the opening half. The Otters scored at the 4:31 mark of the first quarter on a 1-yard run by Ben Shaw. That capped a 5-play, 46-yard scoring drive off the interception by Tim Erickson. Then Bemidji on an 11-play, 68-yard scoring drive connected on a 30-yard pass to Chris Fairchild. And they missed the extra point. So Luke Draxton's extra point kick, the difference so far in this first half. Aaron Olson straight ahead on the keeper. He'll get it this time.
Good penetration by that left side up there of Paul Cava leading the way as a center.
So the Otters get a fresh set of downs at the 43-yard line. 2:09 remaining. Final regular season game for the Otters. If they win, they get a home game on Tuesday night. If they lose, they'll be on the road, either at Rocori or Detroit Lakes, depending on the outcome of tomorrow night's game between Little Falls and Sartell. For Bemidji, a win gives them the #1 seed. Here's Aaron Olson, play action fake. He is buried. The ball is loose, and the Lumberjacks are on it.
Wow. Number 38 came in on from his defensive end and just stuck Aaron Olson. Sean Ross, what a hit.
Welcome back, Sean, is what his teammates are saying. He's been injured. We're glad to have him back. That's an 8-yard loss, and the sack and the fumble give Bemidji the ball in Otter territory at the 48-yard line. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Otters as Bemidji brings the offense back out with 1:45 to play. Fogelson on the option slips out of Duffy's tackle. Reba gave him a good pop, and he falls forward to the 42-yard line.
They went to the wide side of the field with their option, and Duffy came through and overshot Fogelson. Had a chance to make a tackle in the offensive backfield, but did not come in under control and missed him, and Fogelson turns it upfield to pick up 7.
Second down 3. Ball on the 42-yard line, 1:15 to go. Here's Fogelson under center, straight drop back. Rolling, now throwing, and over the middle. The ball is caught, and a big hit by Aaron Olson at the 26-yard line, but a nice job over the middle. That's tough territory, and Chris Fairchild did a great job.
He certainly did. He came on the slant pattern, and he got high load big time, but was able to hang on to the football. Bemidji's shown us a nice passing attack that we didn't expect.
15-yard gain on that pass to Fairchild for a first down at the 27-yard line with 1 minute to go in the half. Here's Fogelson. Penalty flag is down. The ball is thrown incomplete.
We get the flag thrown by the head linesman, so you're assuming that it probably would be a procedure call?
Well, let's see what we do have. Looks like that will be the call. And with 54 seconds remaining in the opening half, Bemidji will be facing first down and 15 or second down and 10. Are they going to decline the penalty, or are they going to mark it off? First down and 15, back to the 32-yard line. That wouldn't make any sense to decline this late in the half. 54 seconds remaining in the half. Bemidji has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. They trail 7-6 on the Otter Teal Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard. Ball on the Otter 32-yard line. Fogelson running that option, keeps it himself, takes it wide, and then he is driven back, and again, good defense. Hoppinen that time coming up from his defensive back spot.
Chad Hoppinen did a great job in the open field on the tackle to bring down Fogelson. He did a lot of running, but it's mainly from one sideline to the other. So timeout on the field.
Timeout Lumberjacks, 46 seconds to go. We'll break for 30 seconds. The Otters leading Bemidji. And Bemidji will send a receiver Holmgren wide to the near side. Colligan in the backfield along with Acosta. Fogelson with a straight drop back. Otters get some pressure up the middle. The pass is thrown over the middle and is completed short of the first down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Nice job of disguising that pass up over the middle to their left tight end, number 98. Everyone was covered, but they cleared out for him right up over the middle.
Matt Noner's second catch of the day. 2 catches for 27 yards. And with 36 seconds remaining here in the first half, another timeout taken by Bemidji. We'll break for another 30. Playoffs begin on Saturday around the area. We have some 9-man playoff action squads, and I'll talk about that a little bit at halftime. Size up the coverage for you. Here's Fogelson rolling right on the option. He avoids a tackle in the backfield, gets the first down inside the 15, down to the 12-yard line.
Bemidji comes right back with a play. They've called 2 plays in the huddle. They get enough time to move the chains, and they're set to go again after that great lead option kept by Fogelson.
Half a minute to go. He just throws throws it into the ground, incomplete pass. And it will be 2nd down 10 from the 12. Bemidji with 1 timeout remaining. There's plenty of time.
They've used the clock extremely well. They've done a very, very nice job.
Bemidji does have 1 timeout remaining. Ball down at the Otter 12-yard line. At halftime, we'll give you the scores from last night. We'll do some previewing of potential playoff contests, the seeding meeting tonight in Section 3 of 9-man, but that one's pretty cut and dried. We'll do some speculating, why not, on the other sections. Now we've got a penalty flag, maybe too much time here. Yeah, delay a game on Bemidji, their 9th penalty.
Bemidji has really helped the Otters in terms of the penalties. That time they did not call the timeout. The play came in from the sideline, and that took too much time. And you're sitting here now as Coach Lank and saying, do I stay with my pass defense, or do I go back to my 4-4 and try to stop the run? So there's some good chess going on right now between these two coaches.
9 penalties, 70 yards against Bemidji. The Otters are without a penalty tonight. Ball is back on the 17-yard line. It's 2nd down and 15. 26 seconds remaining, first half. Otters led 7-0 after 1. Bemidji scored the only points here in the second quarter. It's 7-6. That was a 30-yard pass to Chris Fairchild from Mike Fogelson. And you're right, Roger, the passing game has been impressive for Bemidji tonight.
Yes, it has. They've come in here with noted to be a running team, and they do that well too, but the passing game has been more than what I think the Otters expected.
Wide receivers to both sides of the ball for Bemidji. And they're going to give it off to Culligan off that left side. He's got a hole. He takes it all the way down to the 4-yard line.
There's what we're talking about. You come with your pass defense, and they come run on you. And do you have enough people playing the run in order to stop it? That time, Bemidji won on their move.
13-yard gain for Culligan. With 20 seconds remaining, Bemidji is faced with 3rd down and a couple, and they have taken their final timeout. We'll break for 30 seconds. Our score on the Ottertail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard, the Otters 7, Bemidji 6. He said it already, Roger, Fogelson's a 4-0 student over his last 3 years. That's not bad. He's the quarterback, and from the 4-yard line, Fogelson keeps it. He cuts down close to the goal line, and he's going to be at about the 1-yard line. They have no timeouts left. They're going to get the first down on that play, on that 3-yard gain, and they will have time to move the chains. And now Fogelson under center will spike it to stop the clock with 13 seconds to go.
Once again, using the clock extremely well. Fogelson gets enough for the first down. Officials have to stop the clock to move the chains, and Fogelson's then ready to snap the ball as soon as the official starts the clock.
Well, the Otters would like to see Bemidji shoot themselves in the foot one more time with a motion penalty here.
They need it right now because Bemidji is doing a great job coming into halftime.
2nd down and goal from the 1. Fogelson under center. Takes the snap, keeps it himself, and he's in for the touchdown. He faked to the dive back and then went around the right side for the score.
Nice job of quarterbacking by Fogelson. He did a great job of faking to his dive back, and then he kept it and snuck in between his tight end and his tackle on the right side.
So the Otters trail for the first time in this game. It's 12-7, and the conversion attempt will be a 2-point attempt. Since they missed the extra point try earlier, they want to be in a position where if the Otters score a touchdown, they have to make the extra point to tie. So they're going for 2. The handoff to Culligan. He'll walk in. No contest off the left side. The 2-point conversion is successful. And the score now on the Ottertail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard, Bemidji 14 and the Otters 7. And the Lumberjack kickoff is coming up in 11 seconds remaining. The Otters do have that threat back there of breaking the return for a touchdown. We have seen it. Arneson and Erickson and Bothwell are the deep guys. But I've got a feeling it's a little tougher against a Bemidji than a few other teams. This is a senior-dominated team, experienced team. They've just had an 11-play, 48-yard scoring drive after recovering the fumble. And Fogelson took it in from a yard out with just a well-executed possession and scoring drive. They squibbed the kick, and it will be picked up by Bothwell at the 20-yard line to the 25 and ahead to the 27 or 28-yard line. And with 6 seconds to go, the Otters will have an opportunity here to run one play.
Good move by Bemidji. Take away the threat of the kickoff return. They went to the squib kick, and Bothwell was able to handle it on the bounce, but found no running room.
What do you think here, Roger? Hook and ladder, trips, Hail Mary, what?
Well, I think he's going to go for it. I think he's going to throw one deep here and see what happens.
Now we got 3 receivers to the near side, Arneson, Erickson, and Gies. Olsen will drop straight back to throw. Has time. Now he steps up and he runs right into the arms of the Bemidji defense. And he will lose about 6 yards on that play. I don't know if he even saw Josh Sanders until it was too late. Then the 55 is right in front of his face.
He thought he saw a seam or an alley for a while, but it closed down real quick.
So that will take care of this ComCellular 2000 scoreboard. Short kick fielded at the 32-yard line by one of the up men for Bemidji. He will get it out over the 35 and out to the
on the 30 and come back with 2 deep backs. And that time the ball went to the outside blocker in that middle line, and he was happy to catch the ball and get it upfield.
Well, the Lumberjacks now on offense, and they had a great drive, 11 plays, 48 yards, and the go-ahead touchdown to end the first half. And the handoff off the left side to Eddie Acosta. He'll bring it out close to the 40-yard line for a short gain of about 4.
Flags on the far side of the football field.
My bet would be against Bemidji after what happened in the first half, but you know what? I think the Otters have their first penalty.
I think you get that call right. See that guy in the white hat go over and talk to the team in the white shirts, and must have had a face mask?
Face mask on the tackle, the way it looks. Oh, a flagrant one, too. They're bringing 15 yards against the Otters here.
The Otters came back to their 4-4 defense, and that was very successful in that first half in stopping the run.
45-yard line of the Otters is where the ball winds up, so Bemidji in good shape here. They get a first down, and the handoff off the right side. It is Culligan, and Culligan is going to be stopped inside the 45 at about the 43-yard line.
Well, the defense has played very well on the first 2 downs. You take away that penalty, and this defense has done extremely well on their first 2 plays. Bemidji tries to come with the slant to their right halfback up over their center, and the Otters are not going to give them a whole lot of running room.
And the Otters do need to set the tone here on this first possession. Need to come up big defensively. 2nd down at 8. Receiver wide to the right side. They run that option, and Fogelson cuts it back, and he's got some good yardage. He'll be close to the first down at the 36-yard line.
He comes to the right side here, and it's a lead option type thing, and very smart quarterback. He makes good decisions that time. He just turned it up over to his right side, and you ended up Dufty, who's the outside linebacker on the opposite side, having to come over and make the tackle.
3rd down and less than a yard to go for the first down. 10 minutes, 35 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Otters down by 7. Here's Fogelson under center. Takes the snap. He keeps it straight ahead on the keeper, and he'll go to the 32-yard line. Good hole up the middle that time against that 4-4. Kava made the tackle on him, but it was a 4-yard gain.
Well, once again, when you've got 3rd and 1 and you have no defender over your center, it's pretty obvious what you might want to do on that. And he just went with the quarterback sneak, and Kava, who's one of the inside linebackers, came up with the tackle.
32 of the Otters is where the ball rests now with 10:20 to play in the 3rd. Wide left goes Ryan Welly. Acosta and Culligan are the setbacks, and here's Fogelson under center for Bemidji. Straight drop back, and we've got a penalty flag. We got some more movement down there, I think.
I would say the white shirts this time. It looked like the snap came a little bit late.
Yep. Yeah, Fogelson already started backing up. And had somebody line up in the neutral zone, evidently, too. One of the receivers. 75 yards in penalties on 10 infractions for Bemidji.
That's not a delight for the coaching staff at this point in the season. You don't like to see that many penalties you get against another team, and that can really self-destruct.
First down and 15 from the 36-yard line. Handoff goes to Acosta, and I think he was in motion, and Acosta will take it inside the 30, and the ball was fumbled, and the Otters are on it.
What a break for the Otters. You had a penalty going, and Acosta, who runs very, very hard, busted through the first pack, and then he got into the second pack, and he was struggling to pick up more yardage, and in that process, he coughs the football up, and the Otters come up with a fumble recovery and get the ball on their own 29-yard line.
Did you see who was on that one, Sweds?
68, Matt Lehman picked up the football.
What a game for Matt Lehman already tonight. That's great to have you on the sidelines on a play like that. You're right there on top of it. So Lehman on top of the ball. The Otters will try to take advantage. Each team now with 2 turnovers. And the Otter offense starting on their own 29-yard line. 9:49 to go, third quarter. Play action pass over the middle. Arneson takes it, and a nice open field tackle at the 38-yard line. If he slips away, that could have been a big gainer.
You bet. Arnie's got that great speed, and Aaron Olson comes with a little play action. He fakes to his left halfback Dufty, and he steps up and dumps it on the slant pattern to Arneson, and got second down and about 1 to go.
I was talking with some more faithful halftime guys, and apparently Aaron Olson didn't have a whole lot of time in that first half to throw the football. The slant pass is a good remedy.
It's been successful for him. Second down and a yard. Oh, big hole for Dufty. Dufty to the 40-yard line. He's caught from behind and pulled down at the 33-yard line, and what a big gainer. Culligan's the guy that caught up with him.
I'll tell you what, that's exciting to see that happen. Bemidji gambled. They brought 7 guys up on that line of scrimmage, 8 guys, and they all went to a gap, but they forgot to go to the gap that Dufty ran. And he went through that line untouched, and it's a foot race. He could smell the end zone, but he didn't have the speed to get there.
29 yards. Ball at the Bemidji 33-yard line with 9 minutes to play, third quarter. Arneson wide to the near side. Backs are split wide behind Aaron Olson. The fake to Dufty. They come back to Shaw. He's got room to the outside. Shaw to the 25, and he went head-on against the D-back and takes it to the 24. He and Dustin Neiman got to know each other on that play.
He certainly did. The Otters come with their cross puck. They fake the football to Dufty, who's the left halfback, going to the right, and then Ben Shaw, who's the right halfback, gets the handoff coming up over that left side, and excellent blocking. Bemidji right now is in a 5-2 monster. They have 5 men on the line of scrimmage. There are 2 linebackers and then 1 other guy that's a little bit deeper.
9-yard gain for Shaw. Second down and 1 inside the 25. Dufty straight ahead, and he is met immediately and dropped for no gain.
Tried to run a little quick fullback dive, but Bemidji had stacked it up right on the line of scrimmage, and there was no running room.
We go under the 8-minute mark in this third quarter. It's third down and a yard from the 24 of Bemidji. Otters down 14-7. And looking for a first down to get a fresh set of downs here as they get into the red zone. Out of the I formation. Shaw the deep back. Now we've got Bemidji jumping. I don't think they were drawn off.
Once again, you get that hard count there by Aaron Olson. Aaron has at least once a game been able to do that. Once again, that's his senior leadership, and he's a heady football player and calls it at the right time.
I'm really surprised, though, at the defense here, the discipline, rather. They've had a number of motion penalties, some offside calls like that, and Bemidji at this stage of the game can't be doing that.
No, not going into playoffs. You don't like to have that type of performance, but...
Well, first down Otters on the 19 of the Lumberjacks. And Aaron Olson looking to throw. We have penalty flags this time. I think the Otters might have been in motion.
Probably had a little quick snap, and not everyone was set for one count. So now Bemidji gets the 5 yards back.
But it's still first down. 1st and 15, 7:22 to go. The Otters trying to capitalize on a Lumberjack fumble recovered by Matt Lehman back on the Otter 29-yard line. Otters have had some nice plays. Big run by Dufty that covered 29 yards. Slant pass over to the middle to Arneson, covered 9 yards. Shaw with a 9-yard run. On 1st down and 15 from the 24 of the Lumberjacks. Erickson wide right. Olsen up under center. Kava gives him the ball. Aaron straight drop back, looking, pump fake, rolling, pressure, throws it. He's got Erickson. He's got the ball at the 15, and he'll be short of the 1st down, but it's a 9-yard gain.
Excellent pass play.
Credit Dufty with that play right there, because if Dufty does not make the block on the blind side, Aaron Olsen goes down with a sack. Gave Olsen the time to roll out to his right and throw the ball. Again, credit Dufty with about half credit on that play.
2nd down and 14, or 2nd down and 5 at the 15-yard line. A gain of 9 on that play. 6:40 remaining. 3rd quarter. Otters trailing 14-7. They've got Arneson wide to the near side. Backs are split, and Olsen will look to pass. He sets, he goes to the corner. The penalty flags fly, and it's an incomplete pass, but there was definitely contact against Arneson.
Yep, going to have a little pass interference here.
And the Otters will get a 1st down out of it with 6:23 to go in the 3rd. Officials are huddling and talking about the infraction here.
Yeah, it'll go on Bemidji, holding on Bemidji.
Trying to hold Arneson up. And it will be a 1st down for the Otters. That'll be, half the distance to the goal, down inside the 8-yard line when they mark this off. 1st down and goal. 88 yards and penalties on 12 infractions. 4 of the penalties have led to Otter 1st downs. That's what really hurts you, too. You not only give up a penalty, but you give them 1st down.
I'll give the Otters credit because they're taking advantage of these mistakes. And naturally, at this point of the year, you want your football team to kind of put the nail in the coffin when your opponent makes a mistake.
And you're right. The Otters have been able to take advantage of that this year. They have really gone out. And the other thing they've done well is responded after a team has scored on them. They have come right back with some good possessions leading to points. The pitch out, coming wide, trying to turn the corner, but unable to do it. As getting back to the line of scrimmage on the pitch was Shaw, and it will be 2nd down and goal.
The Otters go to the toss sweep, and Ben Shaw, who really does have nice speed to the outside, just shows you the kind of speed that Bemidji had. He was met out there by 3 white shirts. He wasn't going to get turned on that corner in any way. So the Bemidji Lumberjacks showing their speed along with the Otters.
We are halfway through this 3rd quarter at the Fergus Falls football field. The Otters playing for a home field playoff game on Tuesday. If they win here tonight, they'll have it next Tuesday at home. Now Bemidji jumps again. And the Otters will get closer to the goal line.
Aaron Olsen, on plays like that, he's got that hard count, and he's got the experience to do it. And I tell you, down here, I can hear it from over here, and he's just drawing those guys across.
Half the distance to the goal line again.
Number 89, Crompton, the outside linebacker, was coming on a stunt, and you could just see that he was very, very eager, and he jumped into that neutral zone.
Inside the 5-yard line. It's 2nd down and goal. 5.5 minutes to play. 3rd quarter. Otters driving nicely here. The handoff to Bothwell, and Clint Bothwell wide open off the right side finds the end zone for 6.
Great call, Coach. Coming with the cross puck. Fake to the right halfback up over the left side. Bothwell, the left halfback, gets it, and he goes up over his right tackle to a huge hole. Touchdown.
Bothwell's 1st carry of the night. And he made it a good one.
So can we classify him as a secret weapon then? Is that how that goes?
Well, hadn't touched the ball all night on the offense. Yeah, I guess he could. Not anymore. Now Now Luke Draxton for the tie. And Luke did not hit that one well, and I couldn't tell the poles right where the placement was made. It went
right. It went right.
Yeah, it went wide right, but was the placement the snap good? Or?
I didn't see that either because the pole's right in the same.
Wedge, you have a better look or not?
I didn't see the placement, but it was wide right by just about a foot. It just missed the upright. And, 14-13. That's the way it is right now.
On the Otter Tail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard, and we're back with the Otter kickoff in 30 seconds.
Looking for a new financial home? Community First is here in Fergus Falls with 2 convenient locations, one downtown and one on Highway 210 West. What we can offer you that your current financial home may not have is the people that make the difference. We are committed to our customers. Community First, Fergus Falls. Community First.
Member FDIC.
Well, the Otters scored the touchdown, 7 plays, 71 yards, and a couple of big plays on that drive and a couple of penalties that helped also, but the big run by Dufty of 29. Shaw had a nice run. There's a nice slant pass to Arneson. Used a lot of different weapons on that drive.
They really mixed it up well, and even the call that scored the touchdown I thought was an excellent call by Coach Lank.
So the Otters, with 5:20 to go now in the third quarter, are within a point at 14-13. Bemidji with the lead, and now the Otters will kick it away. Aaron Olson will kick it off. He squibs one, and it's picked up at the 30-yard line. Returned up over the 35 to the 36. And that was Eric Scott, one of the defensive backs, who did the return job on that, and he was stopped by Brent Ness at the 36.
Well, the Otters, of course, would like to keep the Lumberjacks inside their 30, but when you get the squib kick and they're able to handle the bounce, then you pay the price for it.
It's interesting, both of these teams obviously showing a lot of respect for the ability of the deep guys, and Acosta and Culligan certainly are talented in that regard for Bemidji, as are Arneson and Erickson for the Otters. But nobody's getting a chance to return kickoffs in this one. Now the handoff from Fogelson. Culligan carries it. He'll get a yard. The Otters really shut that down as they controlled the line of scrimmage on that play.
They certainly did. They come back in their 4-4, and Bemidji counters that with the dive off their left tackle. And they do that to set up their option play. And right now we've been seeing them give to the dive back. But one of these times that quarterback Fogelson is going to pull and keep.
119 yards rushing as a team now for Bemidji. And here comes Fogelson rolling right, cuts it back, and he runs into the hands of Paul Cava at the 42-yard line. But he did gain about 4 yards on that second down play.
Well, the pursuit was going to their left, and Fogelson, being a very heady player, came out to the right side, and then he cut it back against the grain, and that's where he found his lane to pick up his yards.
4 minutes and 20 seconds to play in this third quarter. It's third down from the 42. They need to get to the 46 for the first down. Let's see what Bemidji does on third down and 4. Did a nice job balancing their offensive plays on the ground and through the air. And here's a play-action pass. Deep up the sideline again, and Hoppinen was turned around. The ball is caught, and it's a first down at the 36-yard line as the ball was caught by Justin Holmgren.
Justin Holmgren just goes on a fly pattern, and Chad Hoppinen was in the area. But when you play man-to-man defense, you have to watch the receiver. If you're in a zone defense, then you get back and get some depth, and you watch the quarterback and he react to the football. And he kind of got caught in between.
22-yard gain and a big first down for Bemidji, and showing some guts on that call too, Raj, on third down and 4.
Well, they've gone to that play. I think this is the 4th time, so they have confidence in it.
And on first down, it's Acosta. He's got the hole off the left side, and he slips out of a tackle but goes down. Karst had a grip on him, and enough of a grip to bring him down, but not before a 9-yard gain.
The defense for the Otters right now have to pull up their socks and lick their wounds and come up here with a defensive stand. Bemidji came with that slant to Acosta right up over the center, and Karst comes up with a shoestring tackle.
3:15 to go in the third. Second down and a yard on the move at the Otter 27-yard line. Fogelson gives to Acosta again. First down inside the 25 and down to the 23.
The Otters defended a little bit better because they had a little bit of contact at the line of scrimmage, but Bemidji was able to get enough to get their first down.
3 minutes now remaining. The last time Bemidji moved the football into Otter territory, they fumbled on the 29-yard line, and the Otters took over and advanced it 71 yards on 7 plays for the score. 2 turnovers aside. Here's Acosta again, and this time the Otters smother him for a short gain.
They certainly did. They played their positions extremely well. They came to the hole one too many times. They came back with that counter play, and that time Kava was ready to make the tackle.
Second down and about 8 as Acosta gained 2. Acosta only carried 4 times in the first half. He has carried 5 times already here in the second half. So he has 9 carries, 49 yards on the night. Handoff to Culligan, and the Otters are right there to greet him at the 20-yard line. Good defensive play up front by Lehman. Reba was in there on the play as well.
They came to that dive back, and as I mentioned earlier, Craig, you're going to see Fogelson pull on that one of these times, and right now we do not have anybody on the quarterback when he does that.
It's 3rd down and 6 for Bemidji on the Otter 25-yard line. Kildy comes out, and Field is in on that defensive line for the Otters. And on 3rd down, Fogelson trying to roll left, and he cuts back. He was sealed as he tried to go to the outside. Good job by the Otter defense as Matt Ewell had the outside covered as he played off his blocker well.
He certainly did, and Fogelson stops and he tries to go past the cutback against the grain because of the pursuit of the Otters, but the turf is a little bit slippery right now. He did not have good footing.
4th down and 3 from the 17-yard line with 1:15 remaining, and the Otter defense now needs to come up big. Fogelson under center on 4th and 3. Motion to the near side. Fogelson rolling, wants to throw. He's hit as he throws and is tipped away in the end zone. Good coverage by the Otters, and I think Erickson got a piece of that ball.
I think so, too. They threw into double coverage. He had Aaron Olson over there, and he had Tim Erickson. Tim was in his hip pocket, and Aaron on the backside, and the defense did what they had to do. They had to come up with that stance, not allow Bemidji to put points on the board, and get your offense back on the field.
Sorry, guys, he missed the ball, but he got the man and took him out of the play, so he was not able to catch it, but yeah, nobody touched that one.
Are you saying there should have been a flag down there?
No. I say it was close. It was close.
Okay.
Erickson certainly did come in there real close, but no flag. Good play.
Otters have it on the 17-yard line. Aaron Olson pump fakes, wants to go deep up the sideline. The ball is in and out of the hands of Justin Arneson, who almost made a circus catch at the 45-yard line.
He certainly did. You had double coverage back there with Neiman and Scott, and Aaron Olson threw it high enough so that it went over the top of the 2 defenders, and Arneson was up there trying to come up with that circus catch, but came up short.
Arneson had to actually adjust to the inside because of the 2 defenders. If he stays outside and it gets through the defenders, he might have it right in the midsection.
2nd down 10 now from the 17 as the Otters have a play come in from Clint Bothwell. They'll run it on 2nd down and out to the 20-yard line. A gain of 3 for Bothwell, so it's 3rd down and 7.
That's a play that the Otters scored on down on the other end. They come with the crossback, running it up over that right side, and now you're looking at 3rd and 7.
Brian Larrabee is going to check in to the backfield now with the play. Otters on their own 20, trailing 14-13 on the Otter Tail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard as we near the end of the 3rd quarter. Just 20 seconds remaining here. Aaron Olson brings him up out of the wishbone on 3rd down and 7, and Bemidji's in the backfield practically that time. They've got Joe Mayberry, the nose guard, a little eager.
Mayberry should be able to be the one not offside. I mean, he's staring that football right at the end of his nose, and he gets a little antsy.
What in the world is going on? That's 14 penalties.
Well, guys, there's a word called discipline,
yeah,
and Bemidji is not showing too much of that tonight.
I'm really surprised. That's too many penalties. Aaron may be good at drawing them offside, but that's kind of ridiculous.
No, a lot of those penalties is Aaron, but some are just Bemidji getting too eager.
Well, that's the end of the 3rd quarter here in Fergus Falls with the score 14-13. The Otters trailing Bemidji on the Otter Tail Telecom.
Good job by the Otters. They came with a fullback dive out of that wishbone, and they forced the linebacker Danny Schmidt to come up with a tackle. He was the only one in on the tackle.
Otters scored 7 in the first on Ben Shaw's 1-yard run and 6 in the third on a 5-yard run by Bothwell. And Bemidji scored 2 touchdowns in the second quarter, a 30-yard pass to Chris Fairchild and a 1-yard run by the quarterback, Fogelson. And again, that's the fullback Duffy straight ahead, and he bursts through to the 41-yard line for a 13-yard gain.
That's how a fullback is supposed to run. Just get up in there and let's play football. Aaron Olson did a nice job of continuing with his fakes.
52 yards on 7 carries for Duffy. And he's at 42 on 2 carries. First down at the 41-yard line. 11 and a half minutes to play in the football game, and the Otters trailing by a point to the Bemidji Lumberjacks out of Section 8 of 5A. Class above the Otters, who are, of course, Section 8 of 4A. Oh, there it is again.
That was on the left side. The left end moved, and again, discipline, just too eager.
Sean Ross. Now, Sean, you might excuse a little bit because he's coming off injury. He hasn't played for 3 or 4 weeks, so maybe you can excuse him a little bit. I don't know. That's over 100 yards in penalties tonight on 15 infractions.
Too many.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's the first game of the year, it's too many.
It is. It is, especially going into playoffs. 46-yard line of the Otters. First down and 5 now out of the wishbone. And out of that wishbone, they'll run off the right side with the left halfback and get out toward midfield as Larrabee carries the football for the first time tonight.
Brian Larrabee, being the left halfback, went to the left halfback blast out of the wishbone and almost found enough room on this right side to pick up that first down.
Phil Link has done a good job getting Larrabee some carries this year, and in that situation, he doesn't play a lot in the first half, but he uses him a lot in the second half. Has used him several times in this situation. Doesn't carry the ball a lot, but at least enough to get comfortable out there. Second down and 2 now, and they'll hand it off the left side. Not much there, about a yard on that play. Just over midfield, short of the first down. Duffy stopped that time. It'll be third down and about a yard.
Smash mouth football again. Duffy being the single setback ends up.
I may be wrong. They really gave him a favorable spot.
Yeah. The guy on the side. I can't ever figure this out. Why the guy carries the football in the middle of the field, and then you got a guy over here, and they move the football over and let him put it by his foot. I can't figure that out.
I don't get that either. No.
That's the officials, guys. I mean, come on, we can't hack on the officials.
It's not the officials we're hacking on. It's kind of the interpretation of the spot.
Sure, first down.
It is a first down. I take it back. Sorry, Nick. I shortchanged it by a yard. 2-yard gain and a first down at the 49. 10:03 remaining in the football game. Boy, the Lumberjacks have not had the ball a lot here. They had a nice 9-play drive the Otters stopped them on, but Otter offense has done a nice job moving the football in the second half. 7-play scoring drive, and this will be their 7th play of this possession. Again, out of that wishbone. The handoff to Shaw out of the right halfback spot, and Shaw is going to be pushed back. He ran into a wall on that left side.
He certainly did. They tried to use Duffy as a dive back fake, and nobody bought on it, and then they handed off to Shaw, who's the right halfback, going up over the left side, and he ran into a wall over there.
Second down at 8 from the 47-yard line. 9.5 minutes to go in the football game. The Otters moving the football, but down by a point. Arneson comes wide to the near side. Split backs. And Olson fakes the handoff. Little slant to Arneson. In and out of his hands.
Went to the slant. It was a little bit high, but it was a catchable ball. But once you run that slant as a receiver and you have to extend yourself, then all of a sudden you start hearing footsteps.
You anticipate that hit coming.
Yep. Yeah, that's tough. That's a real tough. There's not many receivers that like to run over the middle.
Well, you don't see too many in the NFL even wanting to do that. Of course, they get hit real hard. Third down at 8 at the 47-yard line. But boy, when the timing is on and the ball is delivered and you got speed, that play can be a game breaker. Olson hands it off on third down, straight ahead. And Dufty ahead to the 41-yard line, or that's Shaw, rather, ahead to the 41-yard line and short of the first down by a couple of yards.
Otters have Bemidji thinking pass, may come with a counter and run a dive play up over the right side. And now they're faced with a fourth and about 1 on Bemidji 41.
Guys, when you talk about game breakers and game-breaking plays, this is it right here. It's fourth down and about 1.5 yards.
8:40 remaining, clock running down. The Otters are going to have to either use the timeout, or they may take the delay of game and punt it. No, they're going to use the timeout here and decide what they're going to do. Fourth down and a long yard. We'll break for 30 seconds. Our score on the Otter Tail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard: Bemidji 14 and the Otters 13. I was asking the guys off mic here, what do you do here? Do you go for it? And Mike Key said, hey, try draw offside.
That's your first option.
That's right.
Tonight it might work.
It very well could. That might be what the Otters do. They may go up there with the hard count and try to pull them off. Out of the I formation, fourth down and 1 yard, just short of the Bemidji 40. We have 8.5 minutes to play. They're going to snap it, and Olson's going to keep it and follow his backs into the hole. Second effort should get it for him.
Wow. Good call. You go with the tailback blast up over your right side, and then Aaron Olson follows that straight up field, and he got stopped. But with second effort, I think he got the first down.
Now they're going to bring the sticks across. It's close to the 39-yard line. And from this angle, it looks like they got the first down.
I can't get the eagle eye on it. I got too many guys in front of me, but, it's close.
Yeah, they got her. First down, Otters at the 39. They started this possession with a minute to go in the third quarter. We now have 8:25 to go in the ball game. So the Otters have had it for almost 5 minutes. They started on their own 17-yard line. They are now inside the Bemidji 40. And Luke Draxton's warming up the leg here behind the Otter bench in case he's called on for a field goal, which could happen. Flanker to the right side, Olson to throw. Down and out pattern for Erickson. He's got it inside the 30. Another first down at the 29.
Oh, great route by Tim Erickson. He's the only receiver out there. You've got 10 people staying in, or 9, because you got Darren Olson who's not blocking, but 9 people that are blocking the quarterback and Tim Erickson, and he goes with a down and out and completes the pass.
Guys, I don't know if you caught that, but Aaron Olson's got a great arm. That pass was tipped by the defensive line and fluttered into Erickson's hands.
I didn't see that. 8 minutes to go now. First down, Otters on the 29 of Bemidji. Olson under center. Fakes to Dufty, goes to Shaw. Shaw to the outside, 25, 20, 15, 10, to the 5, and he's chased down at the 4.
Oh, what a beautiful piece of running by Ben Shaw. He got into that defensive backfield, and he made a cut about 6 yards into the defensive backfield that sprung him, and if it wasn't for the great speed of Acosta, he would have scored.
89 yards on 13 carries for Shaw. That one 25 yards down to the 4. First down and goal. Otters down by a point with 7:47 to go in the ball game.
Guys, I was noticing down here, this may be too soon, leaving a lot of time on the clock. If the Otters score, there's going to be a lot of time left for them to come back.
Out of the I formation, Dufty is the up back, and he'll block for Shaw, and Shaw is going to score on first down from the 4-yard line. He had a big hole, and Dufty was part of the reason why.
He certainly did. It's a tailback blast up over that left side, and Dufty's the leading blocker going up in there, and Ben Shaw goes in untouched.
4 yards and a touchdown. Shaw with his second touchdown of the night. .93 yards rushing for Shaw on 14 carries now and 2 scores, and now the Otters will line up to attempt the extra point kick. Maybe. They're going to take a timeout. Phil Link may want to go for 2, try to get that one back that they lost. Might not be a bad idea at this stage of the game. 7:29 to go.
Okay, if you don't get it, you're 19-14, and they can't do anything with a field goal. They do have to score a touchdown, either way if they want to take the lead.
So that's what you're going to do here.
I'd say go for one. You got 20 points. Then if they score a touchdown, you still got a chance on the extra point to stop them.
You're so disagreeable. I tell you.
I just like to argue. They're going for two.
They're going for two. Olson's out there with Sean Duffy. From the 3, Olson to throw that slant pass, try to stop it. Erickson's got it, and it's good.
The guy with the hands, he gets those hands up there, and great completion.
So the Otters go for two. They get it. They lead 21-14 with 7:29 remaining in the ball game. We're back with the Otter kickoff in 30 seconds.
When your vehicle needs repair, take it to a place where they'll do it right. That's Vans Alignment and Muffler Shop. From your wheels to your engine, Vans has the experience and the latest in technology to do the job right. Call Vans Alignment and Muffler Shop, your Napa Auto Care Center on West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
You couldn't order a better ending to the regular season than that.
Oh, without a doubt. This second half performance by the Otters has been outstanding. They went in down 14-7. And now they're leading 21-14. They've shut the Lumberjacks out in the second half.
Well, for the most part, Roger, this season they have played very well in the second half of most of their football games. The Little Falls game might be the exception.
That's right.
Aaron Olson will kick it off. They've been squibbing all night. 7-point lead here for the Otters. Aaron wants the crowd behind him here. And he approaches a ball and squibs another. Now he gets through the first line, though, to the 20-yard line. It will be picked up back there by Acosta. He's got the burners. He turns it on. He's got some room, and he's caught from behind at the 43-yard line. And we now know, as we see the evidence, why the Otters have been squibbing.
Yeah, you're right. And all of a sudden, Aaron Olson is out getting the crowd jacked up and kicks off, and I'm thinking, don't go for a touchdown. Justin Iverson came up with a good tackle to prevent that from happening, but it does give Bemidji great field position.
And that Otter defense now out there to try to slow down the Bemidji offense. They have not allowed a point in any quarter but the second when Bemidji got their 2 touchdowns. They'll run the football, but not very far. Mulligan is in a bear hug. Paul Cava with a big play.
That's called an arm wrap. He had him picked up right off the ground and was carrying him backwards.
Culligan with 50 yards on 14 carries. He had 44 at halftime. Bemidji has 48 yards rushing in the second half. 143 for the day. Second down and 9. Split backs. Culligan again off the right side. He'll get a couple of yards this time, but he stopped at the 45, maybe the 46.
The defense is playing with lots of enthusiasm right now. Bemidji came with their dive up over that right side. We still have not seen the quarterback keep on that, and I'm still waiting for that to happen.
There's the 12th player sitting on the Otter bench right now. He's invisible. His name is Big Mo. Momentum is in the favor of the Otters right now. The crowd is behind the Otters, and they're ready.
Third down and 7. Bemidji with Fogelson at quarterback. He'll most likely go to the air here. He wants to talk things over with his coach. 6:17 left in the ball game. Timeout on the field, and we'll break for 30 seconds. Our score.
They've run 4 times, and Coach Link had put in his nickel defense, which brought Justin Arneson over in double coverage, and Bemidji picked that up and said, hey, we can't throw that pass against that defense.
Pop quiz, guys. If the Otters hold it, they go for it on 4th down, and they kick it away.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
At this stage of the game, I would guess they would punt. Unless they get 6 yards and need only 1, then they might go for it here. Third down and 7. And here's Fogelson running that option. He slips out of one tackle and he fights his way forward close to the first down yardage. They may have that decision to make here.
Yeah, right. Duffy had a shot at him right at the line of scrimmage and missed the tackle, and Fogelson slipped out of that to get the chains going downfield.
Yep, they give him the fourth quarter. Otters by 7, 21-14. They have scored the last 14 points. Now Fogelson rolling right on the option, and he'll take it to the 45. Matt Lehman did a nice job fighting off his block and got a piece of that tackle.
He certainly did. He stretched that thing out, and Fogelson had to stop a little bit on the line of scrimmage before he cut upfield. Anytime you can hold a team to some first down, you got to be happy with their defensive efforts.
Second down and 8, 40 to go in the ball game. Bemidji on the move at the Otter 45-yard line, trailing by 7 points. Acosta and Culligan the setbacks. Fogelson to throw. He fires deep up the sideline. Erickson's there in the coverage, and he bats it away. Fairchild up the sideline on the pattern, but Tim Erickson denied the pass.
What a great job by Tim Erickson. Tim is just a gamer. I mean, what's a better word for him? You know, he comes up with a big catch and a point after, and now he comes up big defensively.
Well, you're not going to beat Erickson down the far sideline, but one thing Erickson has been doing correctly, he's keeping his body, the front of his face, in the front of his body pointed towards the receiver, and he was able to make the play.
Third down at 8 now at the 45-yard line of the Otters. Bemidji with Fogelson under center. They'll roll left and hand it off this time on the third down play, and they'll get about 5 as Culligan takes it ahead to the 40-yard line. But this is the situation Jeff was talking about when they had the third down play of the last time. It's now 4th down and about 3.
Well, there's no question they're going to go at this spot in the field. They're going to go on 4th down.
Close to the 40-yard line. They have a lot of confidence in their running game. Under 5 minutes to play in the football game. Fogelson under center. Otters showing blitz. He bobbled the snap, pulls it in, throws it out for the first down to the 35, and then breaking a tackle and getting to the 33 is Justin Holmgren.
Good play. They've burnt hopping in deep 4 times. This time they just come with a little hook pattern, and he goes down enough to get it the first down. Almost was broken by the snap from the center to the quarterback, but Ferguson was able to get the handle on and deliver the pass.
54 yards on 3 catches for Justin Holmgren. Bemidji with a fresh set of downs at the Otter 34. They run the option, and Fogelson cuts it back. He's got room. He's into the secondary, and he's inside the 20 all the way down to the 18-yard line.
He's been looking for that all night long. He knows that the Otters have great pursuit, and he gets everyone going in one direction, then he stops and cuts it back, and that's probably his best run in terms of cutting back of the ball game.
So he's at 70 yards now on 20 carries tonight. He's the leading rusher for Bemidji in this game. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to play. Ball at the Otter 18. Fogelson with split backs. And on first down, Acosta runs a football, and Lehman grabs him and drops him after a very short gain.
They tried to run that slant play. Acosta's the left halfback, and so you got Reba that's at the bottom of that pile, and he has help from his teammates. Here's the challenge to the defense.
Oh, yeah.
They've risen to the occasion so far tonight, but this may be their biggest challenge.
Down in the red zone here at the 17-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Fogelson under center with 3:35 to play. Rolling to the right side on the option. He's bumped. He fights off the tackle and then is knocked down by Dufty as he penetrates the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
That time they did not allow him to cut back. They forced him to bounce to the outside, and once he got bumped, then Dufty was able to come up and make the tackle.
3rd down and 6 at the Otter 14. 3:10 remaining. Holmgren wide to the right side. Bemidji down by 7. Welly comes wide to the near side, and on 3rd down at 6, Fogelson brings him up to the line. Straight drop back, looks left, throws for Welly. Ball is there, caught at the 10, bumps off a tackle, takes it to the sideline. He scores the touchdown. They had Welly but couldn't bring him down.
They certainly did. Once again, they went over on this side, just a down and out, and Hoppinen had a piece of him. Aaron Olson had a shot at him. Dufty had a shot at him. Now what do? You go for the tie or you go for the win?
Well, they say on the road you go for the win, right? No. Yeah. I forget how that saying goes.
Looks like they're going to try for the 1 point.
You know how that saying goes, Switz? Now he's out of range, I think, down there in the end zone. Now going for the extra point kick. Ricard's kick is going to be wide right. It is off the mark. And the Otters maintain the lead. Bemidji with a scoring drive, 11 plays, 57 yards, and a touchdown. However, the extra point is wide, and the Otters lead it 21-20.
The 2-point conversion make?
Yes, it certainly does. Now, will Bemidji do the onside kick?
Oh, absolutely.
2:55?
Yeah, absolutely. They need the football back in their hands, so you can look for them to go onside kick here. And the Otters, of course, have to get some of their sure-handed people up there and recover it.
Well, the Otters will, I'm sure, do that. They're huddling on the near sideline, Bemidji on the far sideline. Reminder for you, we will have soccer playoff action, the Section 8AA championship game between Fergus Falls and Elk River, coming up on Friday on 10:20 a.m. KJ Oldies, 4 o'clock game time from the Fergus Falls Middle School soccer field. And we'll be on the air with that one on Friday afternoon on KJ Oldies.
I think, guys, that what the saying goes is at home you go for the tie, on the road you go for the win. They went for the tie on the road and it backfired.
You're right. And now the Otters are expecting that onside kick. Aaron Olson's up there. Ben Brimhall's up there. Got Ben Shaw on the far side of the field. Larrabee is up there. And Rickard is going to approach the ball at the 40. Otters lead it 21-20. And he boots it away. And it's picked up by Erickson at the 15-yard line, to the 20, 25, 30, and down at the 34, maybe the 35-yard line.
Surprise. That took me by surprise, but apparently Coach feels that his defense can come out and make the Otters go 3 down and out, because, of course, the Otters don't want to put the ball in the air to stop the clock. And so they're thinking, well, I don't think that they can run the ball 3 times and make a first out.
Yeah, they do have their full allotment of 3 timeouts left and almost 3 minutes on the clock. So there's plenty of time left in this game. But it's important for the Otters to get a first down or 2. They come out in the wishbone. Aaron Olson under center. Kava snaps the ball. Dufty takes it straight ahead over the 35 and out to the 37. And what becomes very important right now is holding on to that football as well.
The Lumberjacks come with a 6-man line and bring everybody up to the line of scrimmage, and now they call a quick timeout.
So Bemidji uses their first timeout, or their second timeout. They did use one earlier. They used one earlier on that key 3rd down play. So here's their second timeout. We'll break for 30 seconds. 2:46 remaining. It's 21-20 Otters on the Ottertail Telcom Cellular 2000 scoreboard. We're back at the Fergus Falls football field. Well, second down at 8 here. See what the Otters come up with out of the wishbone. The pitch out. Shaw going wide. They string it out pretty well, and Shaw is going to lose a yard. Perhaps they might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and now will Bemidji use their last time out here?
The Otters go to the toss sweep, and probably what they might be doing here is what Jeff Swedberg just said, that they might go down and out to Brent Ness on this 3rd down. Ness now has the wide side of the field to work with, so it'll be interesting.
3rd down at 8. Let's see what the Otters come up with. Bemidji did not. They did use their timeout. So they did take their timeout here, their final timeout with 2:38 to go. We'll break again. We'll return with more in 30 seconds. Our score, the Otters 21 and the Lumberjacks 20. The World Series for us. Let us know what the score is there in Game 4. I know there are some baseball fans still out there.
Come on now, the Yankees are going to win.
Well, I know, but we'll see if they're going to win tonight. Can Kevin Brown win one game?
He's over the stomach flu.
Yes, Jason.
Last check here is bottom of the 5th, 0-0.
Scoreless battle between Andy Pettit and Kevin Brown in Game 4. 3rd down at 8. Otters with the ball on their own 35, and Olson to throw. Rolling, throwing over the middle, and it is tipped, and it is intercepted at the 41-yard line. And a nice job by Eric Scott. Very athletic play by the free safety.
It certainly was. They threw all the way across the field. Tim Erickson, being a flanker on the right side, went all the way across the field, and Aaron Olson tried to throw it to him into double coverage. All 3 people go up. The ball gets tipped. Bemidji comes up with the interception.
Olson had Erickson in the slant, guys, for a brief second. He let it go, and then it was too late. Double coverage came over, and that was, the story right there.
2:30 left. No timeouts remaining for Bemidji, but there's still plenty of time. Backs backs are split. Receivers wide to both sides. Otters need some pressure on the quarterback. Long count. Fogelson drops back. He throws that deep route up the sideline to Holmgren, who is open again, and he's down at the 39-yard line.
They've got that one down.
They do.
They've got that down. That's the 5th time they've thrown that, and they've been very successful.
That's a 20-yard gain. 4 of the 5 times they've thrown it, it's gone to Holmgren. The 5th time it went to Fairchild for the touchdown, 30 yards. Well, the pass play has netted them 30 yards, 24 yards, 22 yards, 20 yards. So they've been very successful with it. First down from the Otter 39. Fogelson will roll to the right side. He's going to keep the football, and he gets it inside the 35 down to the 32, maybe the 31-yard line.
Well, the clock now keeps running, and so we're looking at 2:10, and every time it's a running play, it takes more time to get it into the huddle. Look for him to go with some quick counts here.
Ball on the 32 of the Otters. Bemidji down by a point, but on the move after the interception. Rolling left, Fogelson slips as he makes his cut, and his knee touched back at the 30-yard line.
Yes, it did. The field is a little slick. Now all of a sudden they're with 3rd down, and we got the officials saying we're going to have a spot or something.
They're a little confused. The knee did touch at the 30-yard line. That's what they're going to bring it back to the 30.
Yeah, the official on the near sideline here called it down right before the 30-yard line. They finally conferred with them, thanks to the help of Coach Link.
He can be a help out there in those situations. It's 3rd down and 2 on the 30-yard line. Backs are split, and Fogelson will keep it. He will get the first down as Dufty brings him down at the 26-yard line.
Well, they're getting a good surge out of their offensive line right now, and they're going with a hurry-up offense. The clock is stopped when the chains are moved.
A minute 37 remaining in the ball game. No timeouts left for Bemidji. They have done very well with the clock tonight, though. Now Fogelson handing it off left side, that big back. Taking it off the left side is Culligan, and he goes all the way down to the 15-yard line for another first down.
So 21-25 in the game. All of a sudden, what do you go with your defense? Do you go with the run defense? Do you go with the pass defense?
Yeah, the Otters, they have timeouts remaining, but you don't want to stop it and allow Bemidji more time to score, but you also need to have some time left in case they do score, so I don't know how you handle that situation either. Here's Culligan off the right side. He pounds his way inside the 10 and down to the 7. Punishing.
The Otters did get their 4-4 defense in. They put Chris Reba in and brought Justin Arneson off because they think that they're going to pound at him. But they always have that weapon with that wide-out pass.
1 minute to go. 2nd down and 2. Ball on the 8-yard line. Backs are split. Motion by Culligan. Handoff Acosta. Acosta is taken down short of the goal line, but boy, he's right there.
They are knocking on the door big time.
That's a 7-yard gain for Acosta. Paul Cava made the stop on him. 48 seconds remaining. It is 1st down and goal from the 1-yard line. And Bemidji is about to take the lead. And now the Otters are going to take a timeout. Timeout Otters with 43 seconds remaining 1-yard line. The Otters using a timeout here. Bemidji has no timeout. But Bemidji is about to take care of that because this running game, the offensive line has just been tremendous on this possession.
They certainly have. They have just dominated in this last series.
Now Fogelson is going to keep it himself, and the Otters will not be able to keep him out of the end zone. Fogelson has his 2nd touchdown, and with 39 seconds remaining in the ball game, Bemidji has reclaimed the lead.
What a disappointment for the Otters. They came out in 21-20 and got the lead and put their offense out, and all of a sudden they weren't able to pick up the first down. And give Bemidji credit because they really came out and dominated in this last series. It's just like a senior high team going against a junior high team.
And now the decision has been made to go for 2 here. Much the same decision the Otters had to make just a few moments ago. They're going for 2 to try to get up by 7. The pitch out, Acosta coming wide, and he is stuck and prevented from getting into the end zone. And a nice job by the Otters as Hoppinen came up and made the stick. So they failed to convert the two-point play, so if the Otters can somehow find the end zone, they'll win the game without the point after. 26-21, Bemidji on the Otter Tail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard. The Lumberjack kickoff in 30 seconds. Last 12 points after the Otters scored 14 straight to take the lead at 21-20. Bemidji has come back with 2 straight touchdowns and lead at 26-21 with 39 seconds remaining. I think the Otters have they have 1 or 2 timeouts left.
I don't know if you guys can see this. Aaron Olson pacing up and down the sidelines. This is a determined young man who's got 39 seconds to work with. Look out for the Otters.
Well, let's see what Ricard does on the kickoff. They've been squibbing most of the night, except when we thought they'd do the onside kick, and he kicked it away. I'm not going to try to guess, I guess. Here's Ricard to approach the ball with 39 seconds on the clock. And he squibs it, and it goes off Lehman. It's rolling, and it's going to be covered by the Otters at the 39-yard line. Boy, heads-up play. Is that Ben Brimhall?
That's Ben Brimhall. Very heads up. That was a line drive, kicked right into the Matt Lehman, who's a lineman up front, and went off towards the Bemidji sideline, and Brimhall very alertly jumps onto the football to maintain possession.
What are we talking about for yardage for Draxton to get there in range, guys?
Doesn't help at 26-21.
That's right.
You're right.
Penalty flag down. Aaron Olson deep up the sideline. Arneson, there's contact there. There's no flag there, but there is a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Well, let's see what the infraction is here. Otters have stayed away from penalties tonight. They have 2, one of them a face mask, and one a motion call.
Looks like it's going against the Otters. Procedure call, holding call. We're backing up pretty good.
Procedure. Just the 3rd penalty for 25 yards for the Otters. 30 seconds left. Gies, Erickson, Arneson, 3 receivers out there. Otters from their own 34 now. They have 66 yards to cover. And only a half minute to do it in. Erickson comes wide to the near side. Arneson and Gies go wide to the far side of the field. Olson needs time. He steps up. He cocks. He fires. He's got Arneson. Arneson drops the ball at the 40-yard line.
Penalty flag on this side. They're going to get a defensive holding on Bemidji as Erickson was held up. That's going to be a Bemidji penalty.
Well, they've had a few of those tonight.
Yeah, they do. They've scouted Fergus very well. They know that Erickson is a #1 receiver, and they're not going to allow him to beat you. That time, Arneson did get himself open and was not able to hang on to the football.
Defensive holding against Bemidji, as Swed saw. And that's a 10-yard mark-off, and it's, again, 2nd down and 5. Shouldn't it be first down?
Should be first down.
Yeah, 1st down and 5, isn't it? 2 penalties. Yeah, okay, they got it right now. 1st down and 5. Ball on the 44-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Olson to pass. Sets, throws up the sideline. Erickson on the route, and a battle for the ball, and it actually climbed down the back of Neiman, the defensive back.
That's what you call a Hail Mary. You hope that somebody can go up there and make a fantastic catch, because you know that Bemidji is not going to allow anyone to get past you. They're going to have somebody 25 yards deep when the ball is snapped. And that time, Tim Erickson went up for the jump ball and came up short, and the ball landed on Neiman, the defensive back's leg.
2nd down and 5 from the 44-yard line. Releasing Brent Ness now. Still got timeouts. Here's Olson. He's going to throw to the sideline to Erickson. He's got room. They gave him a cushion. He's got it at the 40, and he steps out of bounds there. And they'll put it down at the 39, actually.
40 yards in 2 plays. Do you go for half or you go for it all right now, guys?
Well, if you go all the way to the end zone, well, I think you've got possibly 2 plays if you go to the end zone and 3 if you go to the sideline.
17-yard gain on that pass play to the 39-yard line. The Otters will bring Erickson, Arneson, and Gies in. 11 seconds left. Otters trailing 26-21 to Bemidji. But they have the ball on the Lumberjack 39-yard line. Erickson wide to the near side, Arneson in the slot. Gies goes wide to the left side. Aaron Olson takes the snap. Looking, firing, deep up the sideline. Erickson, touchdown, no, it's stripped away. Neiman stripped the ball out of his hands.
Tim Erickson would love to have that one back. He got behind the defender. The ball was perfectly thrown, and Tim Erickson had it in his hands and out of his hands. He is a very frustrated young man.
That was just a great play by Dustin Neiman. Sweds, you were right on it.
Oh, man, right in the hands. What do you say? You know, sometimes you catch them, sometimes you don't. And next time they got 4 seconds, maybe one more time.
4 ticks remaining from the 39-yard line. Gies wide left, Erickson wide right, Arneson slot right. This is it. This is a ball game. 26-21 Lumberjacks. Olson needs time. He's head time. He sets. He throws deep over the middle, and it's going to be tipped and knocked down in the end zone, and the Otters will fall short against the Lumberjacks, and they will play on the road on Tuesday night, either at Ricori or Detroit Lakes, dependent on the outcome of tomorrow night's Little Falls Sartell game. 26-21 Lumberjacks on the Ottertail Telecom Cellular 2000 scoreboard, and we'll be back with our post-game report after